Hi everybody, and welcome to Dr. Love and AskDrLove.com. I'm Dr. Jamie Turndorf, and this is Advice Column 1 for the week of August 25th. It's entitled, He Yells Rather Than Talks. Dear Dr. Love, my fiance and I are having difficulty with communication. I'll try and talk to him about something simple, and he starts to yell to get his point across. He's Italian, and his family is very loud as well. I feel like he is this way because it's what he's grown up with and sees nothing wrong with it. My family is the opposite. We sit down and talk about an issue to try to resolve it. I'm very sensitive and will cry, mostly out of frustration, when he starts to raise his voice. Once he's at that point, I can't calm him down, and it seems like he can't calm himself down either. Our relationship suffers because we have such difficulty communicating. Help! Alright, so here's how I'm going to help you. First of all, you know the old psychiatric joke, how many psychiatric patients does it take to change a light bulb? One, but he's got to really want to change? Well, your fiancé doesn't really want to change. He has no discomfort in continuing to behave as he behaves when he loses his cool. So first we've got to explain it to him in a way that makes him realize that it is in his interest to change. So here are the 3 points that you need to tell him in order to make him see why changing is in his interest. Number 1, first of all, if he wants to be heard, he needs to speak in a way that's hearable. And when he screams and yells at you, he needs to understand that that shuts you down and you don't hear him. So it's not in his interest to talk this way. Second of all, he needs to realize that talking this way doesn't harm him, while changing how he speaks also doesn't harm him. It's a little effort, stretching some psychic muscles to learn a different way of talking. But continuing to talk this way does harm you. So he's the one who needs to change, because he's not in pain doing what he's doing, but you are in pain if he continues what he's doing. And third, he needs to realize that when you love somebody, you don't want to cause harm to that person. And if you're doing something that is causing harm, you change because you love the person. Okay. Now after you give him the reasons why it's in his interest to change, you now need to have a come to Jesus talk with him and set some limits. And these limits consist of letting him know loud and clear, you're not going to put up with this anymore. I don't care that he was born in an Italian family. I don't care what he says was the culture of his family. Plenty people from Italy don't behave in verbally assaultive ways. And he needs to get the message that you will not tolerate this anymore. You're going to tell him that from now on you expect him to behave constructively even when he's boiling mad. And by constructively, that means he's only going to say what he knows will be beneficial to you in the relationship. And remind him, this is also another benefit to him that we could throw into the first part, that if he does harm to you, he's ultimately hurting himself, because whatever you do to someone else boomerangs back on you. If he hurts you, he hurts the relationship and hurts himself, which is like committing psychological suicide. So he needs to only say what's constructive to you and nothing else. Now, to be constructive, there's a formula. And I call this my XY formula, that he simply says X, which is how he felt, about Y, which is what you said or did, and what he would prefer in the future. There is no screaming, no yelling, no name calling, none of this. And you will tell him now in your come to Jesus talk that if he doesn't speak this way to you, you'll walk out of the room or the house. Okay? And the next time he starts to talk to you, you need to do exactly what I say. You give him one chance to speak constructively using the XY formula. If he doesn't comply, you get up, you walk out. And he needs to get the idea that he is going to receive no attention, no understanding, niente. That he should understand. That's Italian for nothing. You don't give him ice in winter unless he talks to you right. Then you'll listen and understand till the cows come home. Do what I say. Do it consistently for 2 weeks, and you're going to have a different relationship. Okay? Take care. Bye-bye.